just want to see them actually go for a lot of those spread killing, pick-based kind of plays, because they're one of the few teams in this region that are willing to take those risks, and it actually catches many teams off because they play so unconventional to so many other teams within the region by playing so sort of aggro default heavy.
Well, seems like we're going to be heading into the game right now, Michael, and seeing where this final map will actually take us. GR Gaming hoping that they don't have to be gracing the lower bracket with their presence, although I've got to say, spoilers for anyone who didn't see the other series. Mag is downstairs waiting, and I don't think that they'll be too happy to be meeting GR should they end up there. So Newhappy, right now with the 5 Cavalars, are going to be trying to make sure of it.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a reward it is to win this series and then have to play Lin Vision afterwards.
It's going to have to happen at some point anyway. GG. First shot, missed out. Carl continues forward, just trying to find through, but Reminder's the one to get the quick 2. Jeje and Rage coming out on top, and Spine's fast rotation is lending them more credence. Some beautiful shots being hit by a man who we did expect to see on the server.
Yeah, that's lovely stuff there from Spine. It looks very simple when he kind of comes out for market, but those players on GR are just unsuspecting they would be there so quickly. First player is blindsided, and then just some nice clean shooting, and not a whole lot that GR... I thought they were actually going to crack in, get a bomb plant down, especially with Jeje sort of missing out on his shots, and, you know, the following B player also getting found out so quickly. But GR gets stopped before those digits are punched in. So it's a full save, bar a couple of deagles on players that did find kills. Even Mediocrity that didn't, buying into it, so maybe a little bit of an overcommitment.
Mediocrity likes his deagles, man. I'm not fighting for that too much. Salo shot could have been landed. Lihang just got a little bit shaky with the spray. Yeah. Still, Rage has come through to give company where he hears his teammates' hand shaking. He is there to hold it. What's the rules on you holding your teammate's mouse, Michael, in like a competitive tournament?
Probably not allowed.
Because I feel like if it was allowed, it would be advantageous to have a guy with like who plays with his left hand playing next to Nico, so Nico can just like sort of lean over and away.
No. If you've ever seen those challenges where somebody's controlling the keyboard and the other person's controlling the mouse, you know just how difficult that is, actually.
Michael, gaming shirts have wheels on them.
So, okay, so it's just about taking over the beat, like...
Yeah, basically, yeah.
This is Tarek, let me load my config on your PC so I can play on it.
Pretty much.
Wow, okay, that's a play, I guess.
Liang's gonna be happy with it. We thought that GR would be the ones getting aggressive, but instead they've had their jaws tested. So far, they have been made of glass. There's a man underneath him. Now he does. Goomba stomps him out of the server, and some reason or the other, Salo is still not aware about that player coming in from Connector. Lihang picks up 4 in total.
Yeah, just narrowly stolen away by Jeje. Could have been a full ace from Lihang, just continuing the fight. I mean, the fact that he decided to challenge towards Tetris was a bit outrageous. But then, like you said, you know, Sal just unsuspecting that he would keep fighting from Connector, even though that smoke was definitely not high enough to disregard that angle. I think Sal was in for a world of hurt anyway. They were heavily fighting on Newhappy, but yeah, it didn't seem like the comms were relayed over quite soon, or as quick as you would like, maybe. Bursting play being lined up here by GR, and Lihang is once again in prime position to greet them.
Man who is very much everywhere, but also being met with everything. Molotov, smokes, and flashes, but they won't prevent him from getting a kill. He leans back into the flames while Rage continues to spray. Lihang finds another into A main. They're having fun. They're having a good time.
They're making a lot of the right reads. Are Newhappy at the minute, and GR kind of left to wanting. Gotta say, Lihang throughout the entire series he's been putting in a shift. I think the fact that he you know, as one of these players that we did expect to see in the server, and we do have him and Spine, but it feels like he's kind of taking it personally, that he knows he has to step up to the plate, and he's been delivering quite a few multi-frags. Maybe playing a little unhinged, but in a way, I like that.
What do you mean in a way, Michael? That's my favorite kind of hinge. I'm a married man now.
I feel like if your favorite hinge is the one that's not hinged, it's, you know, it's, you just have a flap then. It's not actually like tied to anything.
Well, maybe Weck can flap his wings up a little bit, give GR the rise they need, as he has gone and picked up the AWP. An AWP that will not be used for an early peak. Instead, it's being used for a little bit of trepidation, as they're expecting a push to come through from the CTs again. The CTs, however, are busy playing with fireworks and explosives.
Yeah.
Don't do it at
A
home.
little bit of a misnade, a little awkward, but just look at him. He's just so willing to challenge and succeeds in the first, but does get traded this time over.
The pre-fire map didn't have two people. Rage, however, also wasn't on the pre-fire map, so maybe he can still come out on top. Peeks out again, finds a man trying to cheat past the smoke. That is the death of qqGOD. Meanwhile, on the B bomb side, Carl is playing the coach spot as a B anchor. Mediocrity always good coming out from Palace. He'll be able to find that one kill. Spine still continuing to jump spot in and will be met with a nade that should signal the end of his life, but 3 HP, the gods have smiled on him. And it is a toothy grin as he is starting to go back to the B bomb site where the bomb is destined as well. This could be deadly. Carl, yet to frag in this round, will have the chance, will not make use of it. No siree.
That was the round. That was the entire round right there. The fact that they decided to go B after Mediocrity got out of Palace, audibly heard this player ticket run through deep CT. I thought that just meant GR were just going to route either back through T-spawn or go through the underpass, and you know, there's no certainty as to where that other player was, but they could have been linking up with short, they could have pushed top mid. I get the uncertainty, I get the fear, but that gets almost a little too weird, and this time Wecht simply won't be there fast enough to take the pick out middle. Rage was there quicker, had the angle lined up. Now as well, Reminder is in a bit of an awkward spot. Molotov did not hit the money though, so able to maintain his position at the top mid boxes. GR starting that man down, and Newhappy are still fighting and challenging towards middle. Reminder also sussed out, so they're just getting picked to pieces in the mid fight.
Well,
it's a 5-on-2.
Ah, God. Mediocrity should have been a 5-on-1 and ends up being a 4 instead. Of course, there was a disconnection earlier on, so that is why we see double the mediocrity. No, that isn't a shot to anyone. In fact, it might have been a benefit. Carl, however, still finishes things off. 5-1. Newhappy extend their lead.
Yeah, just Wecht dropping out for a moment, but now back with us. Not the most compelling round from GR. Losing out on the AWPer first, and then even though they had top mid control, just getting re-aggressed into by Newhappy, which I like to see. You know, it's part of what my request is. I want Newhappy to make these plays in the mid round, or make these decisions to actually fight together. And the fact they're starting off that way is rather good, but Li Hong does get punished. Nice quick boost in from GR.
Reminder's also looking to maybe find out about this jump spotting player, Carl. If he backs off, he's going to be meeting into a flashbang. Instead, he's got bullets in his face and an M4 stolen away from him. qqGOD needs to put up some numbers. Finds here as well. They've dropped the bomb in the first. The second kill as well found, but Rage now the only one left on the CT side, and he misses a crucial shot. GR get up to their second, and maybe they've found the game plan. Exploit Carl. Wow.
I mean, just really nice read as well. As soon as they get that kill via Wecht, the immediate plan was to just go straight for a B push, and Newhappy, as soon as they lost that kill, almost wanted to counteract by re-aggressing in through middle, and they spent a lot of time sort of orchestrating their troops in that direction, and like you said, Carl's just kind of isolated, and they do abuse him.
Oh, qqGOD is having fun. No smoke up mid and no preparation for qqGOD to hit that shot. Now that's something.
Yeah, I tried to line up a little pop flash, but that smoke blooming in his face just before it. So wasted resources, and they do know that that AWP is still in play for Newhappy, but GR with that mid control, great nade to weaken up the attack here of GR.
Fine.
But Mediocrity finds his kill. Li Hang still fighting onto the bomb site. Rage actually finding impact around that connector smoke. So it's not out of the woods just yet here for GR. This kill, though, from Reminder, makes a big dent.
Also in a position where he could get a quick frag onto the bomb carrier. He's looking for the stairs player instead. Go ahead, Michael. I know, I hear you're disappointed.
He's got a shotgun. He's rotating in through jungle, and Li Hang shoots him. I thought it was odd. I was like, what? How? He got gushed. Nobody's looking at him. It was Li Hang from under Balk that shot his teammates. That to me, I would call a pause immediately. Like, players are... That's either fear or lack of comms. It's a little bit overzealous. You know, it's a bit strange.
Who's gonna call the pause if the coach is on the server? Technically, still, the coach can do it. Full eco, pretty much. Rage. Sitting on Deagle. Will be the only exception to the rule, and he has found a quick kill with that, so justifies it. Now, with 4 players on this B bomb site, a lot of presence being shown in middle, and Newhappy have vacated that site. Have got indefinable up close and personal, but a fantastic flashbang from GR will disable him for the round, and also cause concern for the CTs to start rotating over. Can these USPs find any more kills against the MAC-10? It won't be easy, and indeed they won't. 4th round secured for GR. They make it look easy, and again, we're seeing this team, Michael, right? We're seeing that Newhappy, they get the lead, they make some plays happen, and then they stop having a lead.
Yeah, and sometimes it's GR winning a couple of rounds, and then all of a sudden a massive run from Newhappy. So it's been a bit, you know, it's been a bit here or there for both the squads. But I think in general, you know, this is kind of what we expected to see from GR. You know, a lot of some of the individual plays that they're making, some of the more interlinked, even though they go for these aggro defaults, they are finding ways to facilitate one another. It's a better look from GR, but they have to punish some of these peaks, and they will succeed once again. Rage peering into the underpass and not succeeding versus the SMG.
He just wasn't prepared for the speed. And now Li Hang, who's been Mr. Danger Man, has had another opportunity to try and fight back in. Flashbang inside the smoke, but he doesn't actually choose to back off. The man under the microscope is qqGOD. Salo moves past the smoke himself. While Spine goes down, qqGOD's rotation forced away, and Mediocrity's just gone and found another kill. He is so good playing in from Palace. Might be 6-6, but it feels like every single one of those kills has been so high impact. Carl noticed, heard, audibles given out. Li Hang's position should also be pretty well aware of, especially with the gun barrel sticking out like that. QQ knows it's an easy frag, and Carl is the same. 5-5, Newhappy will not have money to prevent GR to get that 6th.
That's just one of those spots where you simply can't give away information. You know, you're either gonna save, or you're trying to play a position where you're just unanticipated if you're gonna try and clamber back into a round. You know, being as loud and proud about the rotate there from Carl. You know, he's the healthy player. He has to be the one that kind of makes the next play. It's not ideal. GR just had so much information, so much time to play off of. Too much room. So, I don't know if this is a tactical pause. You know, nobody's... Oh, actually, no, sorry. qqGOD is, once again, out of the server.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
You need to break from all
Newhappy
of
have found some
lazy
stability though.
shots.
Newhappy found stability in their internet provider, but now GR is having problems.
Yeah, they found stability in their internet provider. They lost stability on the server. Where are qqGOD and Carl? I know maybe we can't expect that much from Carl, but you know what? Was putting up some numbers before. It's not like he was uninvolved to this extent.
I will say, if it's anything like my pugging experience, you know, I'm not exactly like the sharpest shooter myself. But Mirage is just, it's a whole different, like a world of hurt for me. I cannot kill a soul on this map. Especially being as a B anchor, you know, for him, quite a few of the rounds have kind of been decided on mid or on A. And one of the few times it was actually the B play was after qqGOD got like a quick boost kill from middle, and his teammates were doing a bunch of things in mid, and all he had to do was kind of like lock down his position, and you know he made the wrong play. You know, I wouldn't define Carl based on that one decision, but yeah, it's not been great to be a B anchor in this game, I don't think.
I'm surprised you think that about like just B anchoring in Mirage in general, because I actually feel like in CS2, ever since they've changed the van jump to make it so easy, I think my experience as a B anchor has been like completely revolutionized, because I just feel like there's so much more threat that a B anchor can pose of taking space because of how fast he can get aggro while having just, you know, one player nearby to throw the deep Molotov and stuff. It feels like it's a very different position to what it was before.
I just think it's still difficult, even if you get yourself like self-boosted or you play on the bumper peering in. It's just so easy to throw like a Molotov on a default as a T side, and you just kind of mitigate that position, and they have to exchange a whole smoke to do it. And so long as you have a secondary player kind of floating around B, it's not difficult to then remolly it after the smoke, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. It is a difficult position to play, I still think. Especially with the way that GR are always going to apply pressure. You kind of can't hold on to your utility. I don't know why qqGOD took the extra 1 second to line up that smoke. You had it locked in from the start. Get there a little late, but Rage will peek right into them and is floored immediately. Didn't have backup, didn't have friends. His teammates are investigating a ramp, which there's nobody home. I think the numbers are a little out of whack.
Yeah, we do have 2 8s. That's true.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll get that one sorted out in halftime. Don't worry about it, guys. Just one more round after. qqGOD. Lihang had a chance. He had a chance to take that man down, and with that steal an AK and make this an awkward position for the bomb. Mediocrity in the meanwhile doing what he does best and taking over the A bomb site with just a casual kill. They know where Carl is. He's been a man with a single home all throughout this first half.
Hashtag not Carl's fault. Another round for GR Gaming. This one's on just pistols, so it's really, yeah, I don't think it's anybody's fault, but nice to see that they didn't fall foul to those 4 spies again. GR had problems dealing with this on Anubis, but now very well handled. Good awareness from qqGOD as well, making sure he didn't get flanked, because Mediocrity, once again, just always in Palace, so never cleared ramp, never looked behind. Only forward. Oh well, we've come away both maps 6-6 at the end of the first half. It was on Ancient, as it was on Anubis. Let's see if Mirage is the same, running straight through a Molotov. Reminder, great entry. And there was nobody there to sort of counteract that play, nor find the trade immediately here for Newhappy. Now that their smoke's down, they can get a bomb planted rather swiftly.
Reminder's even going to be able to find some space back to CT, but it's in fact the Molotov thrown by the T side, which disables that from happening. Carl missing out on his second kill. Should have been a multi any day, but Rage is still here to add to the conversation. Lihang alive as well, and it's only qqGOD left. And not with much HP. I've got to say that he is lost in the smoke, and he's very much lost in this round as well. He's got no chances. It's another 6-6, and where will this third half go? Let's find out after a break.
Can't go if it ain't about my dough. Don't go, my phone got my shit on airplane mode. Don't talk no more. Yeah, I heard it overflow. So cold, I froze. Only thing on me is gold.
You got me feeling some way, like I might be stuck in a dream. Let's stay here till the day breaks, feeling like I never wanna leave. Keep moving till the sunrise. You're taking my mind out to sea. Fall in love at low tide. I'm thinking we should never leave. So let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing Let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night. And I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with without you. I feel safer when you're here. It's been a couple months now, feels like time's been moving slow, and I can't tell where my head's at, so can you let me know? Is it wrong of me to think of you all the time? Even though I'm with somebody new every night, and I pray, and I pray, and I pray that you feel the same way. Is it wrong of me to think of you?
It has been tied at 6-6 each and every time, every map we've seen so far this series, and once again we have a chance for GR to take a pistol, but also Newhappy have been just as hard to beat past. See how they do on this T-side, and it's very much a spread, probing-looking T-side pistol, but it's all about whether or not they've actually read into it, and the answer is no. They've completely leaned away from this A play, and GR are left wanting. They do not have position on the side. This is a free plant.
Well, they do at least find out the lurker. Carl was assigning himself duties at top of middle, so a 5 versus 4 as they wait for this connector smoke to dissipate. But with 3 players in CT, this is going to be a very difficult scale up to even find Jeja on default. For them to actually make this crossover will be incredibly unlikely. And Jeja just has to find his first kill, and a great flashbang actually comes through from Spine, giving them even more so. Newhappy are taking over completely. qq's got no chances here. None whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, a really solid pistol here from Newhappy. Just honestly playing with the idea that GR overcommitted for that rotation, you know, a little probing, a little scouting over on that B bomb site, and that was enough for GR to be convinced that Newhappy just weren't coming in with a whole lot of finesse or really any sort of subversion of expectation, and all of a sudden Newhappy found space on A, they were able to get the plant in, and GR just had no position, so really well handled from Newhappy, a great way to steal away a pistol round.
You know, most money you've ever seen lying down in the middle, but it is fighting back at you. Paper cuts will end up putting you out of your misery. Salamux to steal the Mac 10, but the round will very much be in possession.
Yeah, no one else gonna have trouble with their fights. Could be a chance for Salo to get maybe a bit more cash in his pocket. The round has no more chance of winning. Don't expect Wecht to get away with anything either.
Maybe a kill. Yeah, Jeja taken down as he searches around, but only 2 Mac 10s are the spoils of their war. And they're not very spoiled. Well, in fact, they're going to be able to find at least 1 kill with the Mac 10. Carl picking up his 3rd of the game so far.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, a little perplexing that I don't know what Jeja's doing, basically. You know, he's jumping around, he's doing 180s, and he's not really going anywhere either, so you know, if you're gonna clear with an SMG, at least give yourself a fair fight and, you know, clear things properly. But it's fine. You know, only using SMGs, those are the weapons they were happy to lose, especially moving into a first gun round where GR have an AWP to work off of. He's going to take a lot of these dry fights. If GR don't address that or nip that in the bud early, then this could really be a problem that starts to stem. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, never is. Rage is going to continue forward, but in fact he doesn't find the kill. Looked like it should have been a freebie, but Jeja is the one to take it away instead. Before the smoke bloomed, reminder, had been spotted out, but he runs out of ammo before he can get the kill. So what starts off bad ends up worse for GR, and it feels like they're getting absolutely battered on their CT side.
I think it's just, you know, they're stuck between 2 minds. You know, they're playing double con. They've got presence on short, and there's nobody CT. like what we're in a transitionary period where there's a gap spawn and they're just able to get so much room for free out from ramp. If they're going to be early aggression from ramp or palace, somebody has to be there to check it. And, you know, playing double connector is not very conducive to doing that. But if you're gonna have that much presence, you need to get information middle. You know, that's the ultimate trade-off. And once that doesn't happen, then, you know, you should be basically flashing, mollying, in anticipation that there could be somebody sort of creeping out, because you've lost that space. That's not free territory for you to just retransition back into the bomb site.
White has a really good spawn for a mid play if he wants to go out and make it. This is the kind of round where you ask your teammates to buy 4 flashes and just keep chucking them over from A. He is at least going to take the position, go for the jump up and out, does not succeed. He's dropped down and under, but maybe that's for the best. Another A-sided attempt is going to be coming through. Can Wecht make a difference over here as he starts to rotate into smokes from connector? Rage has come through with the first make it 2 and make it easy. Just the way he likes it.
Natural execute. Not much to really beat around with here if you're GR. Wecht with that AWP. Likely to already position himself for a save, or at least should do. He might get caught. Yeah, he does, in fact, get caught trying to transition away, so that really sucks. qqGOD might be able to get his hands back on it, though. Molly down. No, Rage will deny. 10th round here for Newhappy, and this is not how I expected this map to play out whatsoever. GR on a significant back foot, and this is basically the last full proper buy that they'll be able to have to stop Newhappy running away with this game.
I mean, unless we put ourselves in a position where once again GR are just doing the full climb back, which, listen, they're no strangers to, but it is a very different pressure when, you know, Newhappy have been trailblazing, have been front running throughout this entire map pretty much, even if you did bring it back in the first half. Salo getting aggressive in middle, you know he loves to do it, but where there was once a full execute planned out, instead it's going to be just a peek forward, a creep through. Wecht is good for 1, but doesn't realize there's 2, and Rage doubles up in middle. He is going to be taken down eventually by Mediocrity rotating over, but that means the A side is vacated, and you can see Newhappy realize that completely. They're moving in to pick it up. Mediocrity now looking to deny a cross that's already come through, and the smoke in front of him, waiting for it to bloom, trying desperately to fight before it cuts off his last vestiges of hope, and he will indeed see that hope snuffed out.
Damn, an absolute slaughter. I thought all signs were pointing to GR looking up and up, but honestly, Lihang, with the way that he was playing at the start of that first half, and the way that Rage has started to take over as well, they are getting outfought on some of these players that maybe are a little bit sort of uncharacteristically brazen and taking a lot more risks, but it's doing a whole lot to create opportunities for the rest of the squad. Newhappy now with several chances at it. GR, that was the best the buy was going to look, because oh god, are they gonna invest into this round? That is,
Yikes.
That's really, they're banking on a lot here, but they're also hedging their bets between this round and the next. I can see it. I understand the vision, but it doesn't make me that much more confident. Just a flat-out B rush here for Newhappy.
They're not ready at all. They try to go aggressive, but in the meanwhile, there's a team kill with a self-knife, and now qqGOD's been set up for success already. 3 T's down. Is this the first domino to fall? A good nade, a team kill, and an MP9 that is farming them all up. Spine left to try and mitigate the amount of rifles that can be recovered, but he is a dead man. The clock is ticking. And the man running the timer is Reminder coming in from behind. The XM is going to come into play. Spine turns back. Might be aware of the potential of a flank, but that flank is not being pushed forward. The clock has stopped, but not the one on top. The noose tightens. Spine knows it. Only so much you can try and do, and even that will not be done. 7 for GR, and the Hail Mary has been, you know, it's been forced through.
Yeah, gotta say, that Molotov HE, you know, very well placed, addressing the B hit. You know, something that could have maybe caught GR Gaming off guard, but making sure to have enough utility to counteract such a fast play was extremely nice. And then obviously it's a little cherry on top that Rage decides to kill one of his teammates by knifing the air, maybe in frustration. That could be a saving grace. Like you said, could be the first domino to fall. Oh, that's a little awkward. Lihang missing the timing. Reminder went for the peak. And meanwhile, Salo fighting out in the open in middle. Spawn was in a position where he could have lined up a trade, but the AWP of Fwecht actually lining the tag through the boxes, but unable to find the follow-up. There's a lot of fighting happening all over the map, and it's just a scrap. Carl double swung as well. Reminder trying to get himself out from underpass, but Spine's so low HP that a lot of the heavy lifting has to be done by Lihang. Oh.
Well, it wasn't.
Gotta love that, though.
Yeah, they do.
Even in all that chaos, being able to orchestrate yourself in for a triple swing in that fight, you know, that's just fluid comms. Even though it's probably very hectic,
Yeah.
GR not missing a beat.
Reminder's gonna have this one. Any day of the week. Yeah, there you have it. When Michael says fluid comms over there, guys, you need to realize fluid comms does not mean just a, you know, beautiful symphony of, hey, we know who's talking, we know who's not supposed to talk. Fluid comms means you're gonna listen to the guy who's shouting really loudly, don't peek, swing on my call, 1, 2, 3, swing.
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's very dynamic. I'm sure there was probably a lot of yelling, but it's just it's a stream of consciousness. You know, it very, very much felt like everybody was on the same page in that moment. Well, things got a little jittery, not just on the server, but in it as well. Once again, just getting allowed so much space to crawl up from ramp, and so the con player is dropped, and at least there's a trade right back there for GR, but they've breached into the A play. Salo playing around those stairs and trying to see what he can do about cancelling that plant, but he's keeping the players contained at the very least. They're setting up an after plant now.
They're not ready for the double flank to come through, but that might not even come into play. Carl has to find some of these kills. They've lost the players on the site. They need to accelerate forward. And the CTs are still confused about where these players are. They don't realize it, but with the smoke down, this round is gone. Just a blatant miscommunication about when the bomb is planted or where the remainder of your team is. What is going wrong for Newhappy? The answer, unfortunately, seems to be everything.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt like one of those moments where, okay, we get 2 kills on the A play. We have enough room and space to plant. You know, they've been so fixated in middle. They typically will have a player off of short, one that's anchoring the B bomb side. This is the gap, and this is the time that we need. But those mid players just were unable to link up, and because of that plant, it is simply unideal. So
you can get out some.
Oh, it's a little strange. Oh, getting a little cameo from Sponge there for just a moment. But
hey, stop trying to steal my casting partner.
Yeah, I know. It's just step off. And listen, this is not the smoothest game of Counter-Strike that we've seen so far. But at the very least, there are ways in which GR can rectify their problems. But this has been a consistent problem, them getting out-ramped.
Well, Wextadil somehow managed to get the kill only to be traded away. Lihang is going to continue the assault forward. Salo's nade actually drives Rage back, funnily enough. It did look like Rage was going to try and find a timing to stick it to the man. But GR might be looking to stick it back to the spawn as well. A deep Molotov is going to force Spine to fight. He does delay just long enough that Salo's not ready. The second peak will at least trade. qqGOD the beneficiary of his teammates' death, but not the beneficiary of a man advantage. In a 2v3 with the bomb ticking out, they are losing money and they are losing the round as well. qqGOD just trying to stick the defuse. This should not work out. This should not work out. qqGOD, how has he gotten away with it? Newhappy, what is going on? He even gets a kill and stays alive. That is absolutely absurd.
That it just shouldn't. It just simply shouldn't happen. You know, you've got players in good post plants to deal with it. You end up in this 2v1, and neither of them can line up a shot. Neither of them can line up the knife even. And just having that kit, getting that smoke on that bomb has been such a nuisance the past couple of rounds for Newhappy. If GR come back, Newhappy have only themselves to blame.
I don't even know, man. This is where the lack of a timeout as well is just going to continue to bother me. qqGOD at least does find the kill on Vect early on. That CT has been quite a little bit, but the creep through from jungle will not even be needed yet. Mediocrity, good damage dealt, but he is definitely a dead man. So where they were unable to close up before, at least this should, again, I say should with the biggest air quotes you can imagine, be a guarantee.
Yeah, I'm not counting. I'm not counting any chickens. Okay, we're fine. This time it does come true. A 12th round here for Newhappy, and once again, it's the A bomb site that's seeing a lot of abuse. In all fairness, the one time that we've seen Newhappy actually put any sort of significant pressure on B, they get destroyed, and it's really this vulnerability out from ramp. You know, this time there's a bit more connector pressure as well. They get the boost into window. There's a number of different ways that it can go right. But qqGOD has just been keeping them on their toes, just continually challenging from ramp. And this time he had an AWP. He definitely called them off.
Lihang, oh, so clean. Newhappy as well, as they accelerate, they're careful not to lose out qqGOD unnecessarily or anything like it. Carl is also just going to continue creeping forward through to Palace. Another kill found, and although they are going into the stack, they're A-okay with it. Some team damage, but trades are there. Carl looking to maybe come out. And qqGOD in a 1v4 is all alone. No choice but to go for this one.
Smoke down is going to keep qqGOD alive a little longer, but now that nade has revealed their location, yeah, there wasn't a lot of chance there for qqGOD. It is a 3-mapper, it does come quite close, and it wasn't the cleanest game of Counter-Strike, but Newhappy pulling through 2-1 over GR. The GR find themselves in that lower bracket right off the rip.
Yeah, GR having to come back in so many circumstances, it's not going to happen again and again and again, right? But